What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be reacting to cops believe PnB rock death may not be random robbery. They feel it may be connected to his ops. So with this, man, honestly, Shorty dropped the low. I ain't gonna lie, she definitely dropped his location. Not like I'm not saying it's confirmed like that she had something to do with it, but obviously we seen that she was on Instagram and she showed where they was at. Now people was making up theories and stuff that she actually knew the people who did it and she literally dropped the location, while knowing that was gonna happen. But I don't think it was really that. I think it was more so she didn't respect him enough, so she didn't follow his like lead in terms of telling her how to move, because they said on the interview with academics and some other stuff that he had told her in the past like not to be doing that type of stuff. Always being on the internet showing where people are and stuff like that and not like listening, but she didn't, follow what he said, so she didn't respect him. So he wasn't even supposed to be with that girl. Basically, he should have cut her off, and he would have still been alive. 100% believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because she was not following his lead. That's why you need to be with women who respect you and follow your lead. Because he was telling her something for a reason. It was something like that was going, save his life. But she didn't listen. So this was the end result of that. You see what I'm saying? So RIP PnB Rock, man. Make sure y'all, your shorty's listening to you, because shit like this will happen if she don't. It won't. It might not be exactly this, but some situation will happen because you're gonna get caught up when the girl's not listening, and especially if you're in that type of life, that's when it's even more important. But yeah, regardless, like you need a woman who's gonna follow your lead. But I'm finna get straight into the video, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, man.
Let's check it out now. Holy, the plot thickens. Okay, now the death of PnB Rock has shook the entire rap industry, but a lot of people took
Cause
it at
that was
face value.
unexpected.
Okay, yo, rapper with a chain in the hood, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
But he
Basic.
definitely was beefing with some dude on live. Like he was being like cocky with it. Like he underestimated his opponent. It seemed like, what I'm saying, he was out his element with it.
Somebody got the drop on him. He didn't want to give the chains. He got shot. He died. Okay, very unfortunate. We love PnB. However, according to LAPD sources, okay, the investigation into his death and them trying to wrap up everything basically is going outside of California. The investigation is going outside of California. Now, why could that be? Really, the police don't think this was just a simple robbery. They don't think it's so cut and dry. They think this could have been somebody he was beefing with that basically got back on him and also killed him. They actually believe that him dying was probably part of the plan. It was probably a planned robbery and a assassination. Okay, now in
But they would have
reality,
had to know where he was beforehand to have planned it out. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't a random robbery, they would have had knew that beforehand. Because if they got it from her location thing, then it couldn't have been random unless she was actually connected to it in a way. You see what I'm saying? But unless they knew it before that or something, like that's why it's tough to say. You feel me? We gotta see what happens, like when more details and all that come out. You know what I mean? Because this ain't like the other deaths. Like we knew for a fact the other deaths was like we seen how, like out of the recent rappers, King Von with the incident in Atlanta with Lil Tim and that, we seen how that happened. Mo3, the op pulled up on like the highway, some crazy shit like that. I think that's what happened, right? And then Pop Smoke, he dropped his location. The ops pulled up, boom, killed him. It's like we seen with all that stuff. This one's more tricky because it could be multiple things. You see what I'm saying?
we don't know, but police have gone to places that he used to live at, and this is LA police, right? So LA police is looking into his time in Atlanta, and yes, he did stay in Atlanta for a bit. They're also looking into his situations in Philly. They're trying to figure out who he may have been into it with that may want to do this, because this is what's coming out of the investigation. This just don't seem like a bunch of dudes got the drop and dipped. They have a very clear surveillance
Yeah.
footage, which people are wondering if that will get released. But they have a surveillance footage that supposedly details everything, and the police have a lot of questions, including why y'all kill him then? Okay, why y'all kill him, right? But not only that, it felt so targeted. It wasn't just like they were after high price items. Apparently, the girlfriend had jewelry on too, right? Apparently, there were more
So they
things
ain't
to
take nothing off of her. That's crazy if they ain't take nothing off of her either. I mean, yeah, if it didn't take it off like both of them and stuff.
be took. but it looked like they came to make an example out of PnB Rock and potentially kill him. Okay, now they're saying that they're still trying to find the killers, but the guy didn't wear
PnB
a mask.
definitely had
The
beef with them
getaway
niggas,
car
like
is
some
still trying to
LA niggas. It was on video and all that, like from his live, like last year or something like that.
track, and the police said they're just not going to write this off as, oh, this is a random robbery. Now, they've also kind of exonerated the girlfriend because they're saying they don't believe the girlfriend posting an address really had nothing to do with it, but they're really thinking that this is just not a random one off. Now, this goes into a lot of other things because when we thought about like Young Dolph dying, right? Those guys came in, they shot the whole place up, and they dipped. They didn't try to take nothing. They didn't care what he had. They just wanted to kill him. Okay. In a situation, think about little TJ. Little TJ got shot. However, this is rumors going on the street, so I won't get too specific. They're saying the guy who tried to rob him and eventually shot him 7 times, that guy might be someone who was familiar with him and someone who may have been rocking with an opposing crew. So again, this situation, if this is true according to what the LAPD is saying, would most likely kind of resemble the little TJ situation where it's maybe people you had issues with trying to make an example out of you, or maybe it's a robbery and a hit, rather than clearly in the Young Dolph situation. They didn't care what he had, they just came to shoot and get the hell out. Okay, regardless of the situation, spooky, very spooky if you ask me. We will find out more, of course. LAPD, they're working very hard on this. This is a high profile case, especially in a time where people are looking at LA as being lawlessness, and they got to do something about this. Okay, so it would be interesting to know who the hell was he beefing with before he died. Who wanted him dead? By the way,
I know
also,
he had
let's
multiple
go.
beefs going on for sure. PnB was like low key, but there was lives, like I said, where he was talking to niggas and shit. And it just seemed like he was trying to be a certain way towards them, where it was like he's putting out a certain energy in the world. You know what I mean? I don't know why he kind of moved how he did. Even one time they said he pulled up to the hood with some of his dudes. I'm like to a random hood. It wasn't even like his hood or nothing. But in Cali or one of them places, I'm like, bruh, trying to prove something to these niggas, but it's, you putting out this energy, like getting it comes back. That should always come back, though.
Go back to another shooting or
And he
attempted
got that
shooting at a
ring.
rapper in LA, Quando Rondo. A
Empire
lot of
always.
people believe that shooting was not only of just like a crime of opportunity. They believe it's a lot of politics and certain type of dissing that Quando was doing on the West Coast that caused it. So who knows? A lot of times these guys move out to LA, and sometimes they get involved in politics or they cross people the wrong way and things come back at them. We're gonna find
Yeah,
out
that's
more
how it
hopefully
goes. Like these
soon,
niggas
and
got
hopefully
caught up
this
in some
murder
shit.
will eventually be solved. Okay, give
Damn.
comments, which guys like them.
Really dropped that little Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles, though. And that shit look fire. And bro had his last meal. That shit is crazy, though. Shorty, see, this Shorty was supposed to be cut off, bro. He was not supposed to be with her. He said multiple times, if you gotta keep telling a girl what to do, you feel me? Like how to move with you and stuff like that, and to respect what you're saying, then you're supposed to cut her off. Like the most chance you give is maybe two. Like that's it. Like one or two, honestly, and never a three or more. That's overdoing it because then she's not really listening. She don't really care at that point. You see what I'm saying? That could have saved his life for real if it was really because of her dropping that location and shit.
Subscribe. Police do not believe this was that random. They think it could be connected to a beef he might have
Shit,
had.
shame,
What
man.
do you think about this? Give me comments. Which guys like to subscribe.
RIP PnB, man. That's the end of the video, though, y'all. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out for real. You know, to see what overall happens with the case, if they find who did it or not. Because I don't know if none of it. I mean, I think most of the cases get solved with the rappers, but not all of them. I'll say like probably 75%, because there's like more details on the case since it's like somebody who was known around the world, and then more people might come through with information versus like if it was just in the hood or something, or a regular person who wasn't famous or rich. And obviously, not to say that it makes them more important or anything like that, but to society it does. I don't really care whether they was a celebrity or homeless. You know what I mean? Everybody's the same to me because that's something outside of them. You know what I mean? status and money is something outside of you. That's not actually you. You see what I'm saying? So, but obviously, I'm talking about society is gonna make it more important, which is why it has a better chance of getting solved. So yeah, that's my overall thoughts on it, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Got more videos coming. Feel me? I gotta be more consistent with this for sure. And yeah, just let me know how y'all feel. And remember, y'all stay positive and have a great rest of y'all day. For sure.